Here, this map is going to be your guide through Cone Center. Now where you sit in the cafeteria is crucial because you got everybody there. You got your burnouts zooted on the couch. They drink out of paper straws, well, because, they couldn't care less about their grades or actually anything at all. I mean, look at them. They literally look homeless. They just nap all day and wait for the next time they can hotbox their old beat-up cars. Don't go over to that table unless you're down to GTL every day. Those dudes are the Guidos. All they eat is pasta and yell at each other. I mean, even their straws are made of literal pasta. They're cheaper to take out to the bars than the plastics, but don't rely on them too much though. They're super flaky and can't be trusted because they will decompose after one night out. Those are the bougie bitches. They think they're so much better than everybody else because they drink out of a glass straw. These bougie bitches like their expensive things to last, so their straws take 1 million years to decompose, when in reality, they're cheapskates. The amount of attention they need and energy to produce is almost as much as the metalheads. Over there are the nature freaks. They're pretty much plants. They drink out of bamboo straws, and they're literally obsessed with being outside all the time. I mean, they can last a lot longer than those Guidos, but still, they aren't really into the whole long-term relationship. It takes so much energy to be their friends, but not as much as the bougie bitches. Don't let their all-natural aura fool you, though. They aren't cheap friends. The Visco girls. They're almost as basic as the plastics, but love to claim that they're different. It's like a cult. They all carry silicone straws, hydro flasks, and wear oversized t-shirts and scrunchies. It's very odd. Oh, and they all walk around saying, and I oop, whatever that means. Don't even bother trying to talk to metalheads. They can't hear you. And they won't take their headphones off to listen unless you're one of them. I once read that a girl died because she was using a metal straw. No thank you to that. These are the wannabes. They strive to be just like the plastics. They look like the plastics, feel like the plastics, but in the long run, they are much better friends than the plastics will ever be. There are worse people to hang out with in the Cone Center. And the worst of them all, the plastics. Beware of the plastics. They're teen royalty. If FGCU was Us Weekly, they would always be on the cover. The plastics know everything about everyone. That's why you see them all over the place. It's like they have an army. I hear you can't get rid of them. Like, they can't be killed. Like they're gods or something. Anyways, everyone wants to be them. They can't be beaten, and that's just how things are. Single-use plastic straws are the inexpensive straws you most likely use and see every day. Once you're done using them and throw them out, they lay around for hundreds of years in a landfill. Although they might be the most practical straw for us to use based on price and convenience, they are not so environmentally friendly when it comes to harming wildlife and creating toxic greenhouse gases. Paper straws were created to help fight back against their plastic counterparts. They decompose significantly quicker than plastic straws, but almost too fast. A pro is that they are FDA approved. The cons of paper straws are that they easily crush while drinking through them, aren't very durable, and become flimsy in your drink. A lot of people complain about the awful texture and taste of paper straws too. Pasta straws may sound a little better alternative to paper, but are they really? They're cheaper than plastic and physically stronger than paper straws, but they also start to decompose while you use it. The pasta starts to soften the longer you keep it submerged in liquid, and after a while, it gives your drink a starchy taste to it. Some other cons of pasta straws are that they turn your water into a milky color, and pasta bit remnants end up in your water. They're also not gluten-free, which can pose a problem for people with celiac disease and other gluten-intolerant diseases. Glass is another type of straw, and it is expensive to make. And like the silicone straw, it can remain on the planet for many years before it decomposes. There are some pros to glass straws, though. They are extremely durable, are great for hot and cold drinks, and even protect against some bacteria. While glass is a material that can be melted down and recycled, they are typically coated in a plastic outer layer to prevent shattering, which defeats our purpose of finding an alternative to single-use plastic straws. Bamboo straws are good for hot or cold drinks, are a natural plant material, and can be composted. The cons of bamboo straws are that they are expensive to make compared to other options. They start to splinter after 10 uses and are not very easy to clean or sanitary. Similar to the paper straws, they leave a woody taste to your beverage and have an odd texture. Metal straws are the most common of the reusable straw family. These straws are easy to clean and durable. However, you can easily chip a tooth on these. In fact, one woman in England recently had a freak accident where she fell onto her metal straw, which impaled her eye and caused her to die. While this is a 1 in a million accident to happen, it is something to be aware of with kids. Metal straws are also great conductors, so never use it in hot drinks, and be wary in ice cold drinks if you have sensitive teeth. Silicone straws are one of the best alternatives we have discovered for single-use plastic straws. The straws are squishy and chewable, making them safer for kids to use and people with disabilities who would need a pliable straw to drink out of. Silicone straws are BPA-free, hygienic, and easy to clean. They also don't conduct heat very easily, making them safe for hot drinks. Plant-based plastic straws are made from 100% renewable resources and pretty much look and act exactly like plastic straws, but are easily compostable. As far as for restaurants and businesses that rely on single-use plastic straws, this is the best option. Most businesses will look at it as an unnecessary additional cost, but in the long run, it is better for the environment and everyone involved. However, they can't be reused, making them difficult for people who use straws at home but don't want to continue to purchase them. In order to abate the embedded energy and carbon dioxide emissions incorporated in a stainless steel straw, glass straw, and bamboo straw, the stainless steel straw must be reused 102 times for energy and 149 times for carbon dioxide. The glass straw must be reused 45 times to make up for both embedded energy and carbon dioxide, and the bamboo straw must be reused 32 times for energy and 27 times for carbon dioxide, rather than purchase and dispose of a plastic straw. Florida is one of the most special places in the country. It is known for the vast variety of wildlife, beautiful natural environments, and some of the most spectacular beaches. Over the last year or so, the topic of straws has been one that has sparked a lot of attention from people all across the country. Its origins may have stemmed a couple years ago from a video that went viral of a turtle with the plastic straw stuck up its nose. Ever since that video became popular, a huge number of Americans have changed their opinions regarding single-use plastic straws. Since then, multiple Florida coastal cities have banned the use of single-use plastic straws and replaced them with alternatives. This situation does not stop at the sea turtles, but affects Florida in many ways. Save the turtles is a phrase that has been thrown around a lot over the last year or so, and for good reason. That viral video really got people thinking about where waste goes when it is disposed of, especially in an improper way. Plastic straws are used so often in our country that one cannot help but think of where most of them end up, in the ocean. If plastic straws keep being poorly disposed of, more turtles and other marine life will be in harm's way. Not only will the plastic straws be a problem in the ocean, but it will hurt the environment on land as well. Not only does plastic take a long time to decompose, but when it does, it produces methane gas, one of the most powerful greenhouse gases, and only adding to the increasing climate change problem. As you can imagine, on a larger scale, plastic straws ending up in places they shouldn't be causes more problems than many people truly think of. If plastic straws are eventually replaced with a material that is better for the environment but still practical to use, our ecosystems will thank us immensely. An enormous amount of plastic will be taken out of the oceans and land habitats, keeping our species safe, as well as reducing the amount of methane gas in our atmosphere, since the amount of total plastic will decrease greatly. Some Florida beaches have already taken a step in the right direction to get rid of plastic straws. In Miami Beach, commissioners unanimously approved a ban on plastic straws. This will take into effect in July 2020. Fort Myers is already a step ahead and placed a plastic straw ban on its beaches back in 2018. While the rest of Florida works on making this transition and protecting their beaches, we as Floridians must ensure we are doing our part in disposing of plastic properly if used at all, so our state is able to thrive the way it was meant to. There are other great materials that can be made into straws that allow us to create less waste, maintain healthier environments, and even save money over time. So which table is best to sit at? The plastics are obviously off the consideration list since they tend to hurt the species we live around and cause nothing but problems in places they should have never been in the first place. Next are the nature freaks. Sure, bamboo straws have a lot of natural benefits, but who wants to get a splinter while enjoying a drink? The Guidos sound like they mean well, but as straws they break down in your drink and the next thing you know you have pasta water. Don't sit at their table if you have an issue with your gluten allergy. On to the bougie bitches. The glass straws are expensive and you have to keep them around for a very long time. If you aren't ready for an expensive long-term relationship, I would move on. Visco's girls care a lot about saving the sea turtles. This makes sense because silicone straws are one of the safest options. They are very flexible and can be recycled through proper disposal. However, they are just as expensive as glass straws and last just as long in the environment if not disposed of appropriately. Oh, and the burnouts. Paper straws are very cheap to make and seem to be the most common alternative to single-use plastic. There are big debates though because they really do not last long in your drinks and are really only meant for cold beverages. The metalheads, as stainless steel straws, aren't any better in production costs compared to glass, silicone, and bamboo straws. They also take a very long time to decompose. Metal straws can also really hurt you. Last, and certainly not least, are the plastic wannabes. Plant-based plastic straws actually cost the same amount as paper straws to make. They feel, look, and work exactly like single-use plastic straws. They are very environmentally friendly, so if you're looking for a great table, introduce yourself to the wannabe plastics. They just might let you sit with them.